Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another Duel Links video. This current date is December the 1st. We're almost at Christmas ladies and this was leaked, and shortly after that, it came to pass. They just released the new Cyber-style structure deck in Duel Links, and so I wanted to go over this with you guys because this is when they released this version when they released the structure deck, at least the TCG version, this was the first structure deck where I said, like, I'm excited. I love Cyber Dragons. I'm gonna go out and purchase 3 copies of this and strengthen my deck. And so now we've come full circle, and it's here in Duel Links. And so I want to go through these and discuss this with you guys. And I'm gonna start with the major guy that has everyone excited. So Cyber Dragon Nova here. Let's go through it. Two machine type monsters. So Cyber Dragons. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card, then target one Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, special summon that target. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can banish one Cyber Dragon from your hand or face up from your monster card zone. This card gains 2100 attack until the end of this turn. If this card in your possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one machine type fusion monster from your extra deck. So, couple of things to go over. So I don't think this Duel Links hasn't really seen a whole lot of hand traps. We've seen Sphere Karibo, and those are hand traps, but we haven't seen Honest yet. Honest was a light monster where if you discarded it, all of a sudden, boom, your monster gained attack points. And Cyber Dragon Nova is it has that power to where you can revive a Cyber Dragon and then have it gain attack and go in for the kill. But if you secretly have a Cyber Dragon in hand and your opponent doesn't know that, then you can do that as well on your opponent's turn and then just have it gain 2100 attack out of nowhere, and then kill an oncoming Blue Eyes. And since Blue Eyes are so popular, that is probably the effect that's going to have the most prevalence. And then the last one down here, if it's destroyed by a card effect, if it's destroyed by battle, you don't get that bonus effect. But if you're going up against something where it's destroying by card effects, then you get you basically get a free Cyber End Dragon with 4000 attack that does piercing damage, which it's satisfying to just have someone the times when that's going to come into play is when you're going up against someone that just doesn't read card effects and then all of a sudden falls into that nuclear blast whoops. And then so that is going to be and then how do you get 2 level 5 light machine monsters on the field? We're going to go into that. I'm actually not sure if the appropriate Cyber Dragon is in the game. Silence! Silence, phone! There are Cyber Dragons going on here! Don't you know this is important? We're going to get into that. But what else do we have here going on? So we have this is the alternative artwork Cyber Dragon when Zane was going through his emo phase in the anime. And so that, I just think that's cool to have. And we have Cyber Pharaohs, Cyber Dragon Nestor, and then Cyber Dragon Core. Now, I'm going to talk about the Cyber Dinosaur and Cyber Ogre. Although they're cyber cards in name, we want Cyber Dragons. These are don't worry about these. These are garbage. These are pack fillers. This is nothing. Cybernetic Cyclops. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that is pack filler. This is pack filler. What does this do? You can banish this card and one face-up machine type monster you control, then target one dark monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So I'm gonna touch on this real quick. So this is basically pack filler, but there is a quick play spell card called Cyber Load Fusion, which involves fusing both your field cards and your banished cards. And sometimes Cyber Dragon builds will also banish cards as well. But I'm not sure how prevalent that is. I mean, it's limited to 2, so it must be good in this game. But I'm not sure how prevalent that is, because typically, like, that's more of a late game strategy. But maybe there's a card that I'm not aware of that, like, banishes stuff very, very quickly. We also, like, this is going to be very good. We're going to touch base on this, but I want to talk about these real quick. These are the main kahunas. So let's talk about Cyber Dragon Core. I'm not sure if this is available anywhere else, but let's talk about this. So when you summon it, it becomes a Cyber Dragon in name. It also has a search effect, so it's going to let you search out a cyber spell card. So, and it can be trap or spell. So that's going to include things like this bad boy, or you can search out your Cyber Load Fusion. But it also has that search effect, and when it is in the graveyard, you can banish it and basically get a free Cyber Dragon from the deck. If your opponent has cards on the field and you don't, you can banish this thing and get a free Cyber Dragon from the deck, which is fantastic. This offers this, even though it has, like, don't be fooled by the low attack, this offers consistency. So you will want to have as many of these as possible in your big Cyber Dragon build. Then we have Cyber Dragon Naster and Cyber Pharaohs. Now, I'm a little bit unfamiliar with these because back when I was, like, doing Cyber Dragon stuff, these didn't exist yet. So let's take a look at this. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field or in the graveyard. You can discard one other monster to special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one machine-type monster with 2100 attack or defense in the graveyard and special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except machine-type monsters. You can only use the effect of Cyber Dragon Naster once per turn. Okay, so let's take a look at something real quick. What Cyber Dragons are currently in the game? Let's go into the Encyclopedia card catalog, and then we're just going to search CYBER. Okay. Oh, that's way too many. I underestimated how many Cyber Dragon. That's better. That's much better. There's our classic Cyber Dragon artwork. Okay, so we have Cyber Dragon Veers in the game. We have Zvai's in the game. Here's who I'm looking for. So this card, it's not in the structure deck, but Cyber Dragon Dre is the one we want to keep in mind. This card, when it hits the field, its name becomes Cyber Dragon, and all of your other Cyber Dragons on the field become level 5. So, what does that mean? This is a key combo piece because, let's go back into our shop here. No, we want this, thank you. Because when we have something like this that special summons itself on its own effect and then allows you to special summon something else, when Cyber Dragon Dre is summoned, he's gonna make this guy. He's gonna make this guy become level 5 if they're on the field, and that allows you to XYZ summon into Cyber Dragon Nova, and he's gonna have his ability to become 4200 on whenever, like, just whenever he wants, and also, like, possibly nuke for a fusion in the extra deck. Cyber Dragon Dre is going to be the one that you want to keep an eye out for. Don't use any of these Cyber Dragon Darks. They don't mesh well with the archetype. What else is included in the... What is not included in the structure deck that we want to keep an eye out for? Cyber Repair Plant is a Cyber Spell card that is going to allow you to search for a light machine type monster in your deck and add it to your hand. And it can be searched by Cyber Dragon Core. So this is a combo mesh that is going to work well for you. And on top of that, we haven't talked about Cyber Rampage Dragon yet. So 2 or more Cyber Dragon monsters. So this is an important distinction here. So Cyber Rev system. So let's talk about this real quick. Special summon 1 Cyber Dragon from your hand or graveyard. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. So if it says special summon 1 Cyber Dragon, that means it has to be a Cyber Dragon in name. It can't be Cyber Dragon Core unless Cyber Dragon Core has an effect right now where it's being called Cyber Dragon. If it says something like 2 or more Cyber Dragon monsters, that's different. That means it can be anything that has Cyber Dragon in the name. So that opens up, that broadens the branch a lot more for you. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion material. When this card is fusion summoned, you can target spell/trap cards on the field up to the number of fusion materials used for its fusion summon. Destroy them. Once per turn, you can send up to 2 light machine type monsters from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, for each monster sent, this card gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase. So I remember I wasn't too excited about this card like when it came out. I don't know why. But the fact, like, this is much more devastating in Duel Links for the simple fact that we just simply have a smaller field. So destroying 2 cards and being able to attack 2 cards on top of that is much more devastating than it would have ever have been in any other in the TCG, in the regular card game. So let's pop back here to I wish I could like just keep the search page open, but sadly Duel Links just doesn't want to work with me in that regard. Let's pop back to the structure deck and see what we have in this regard. So Cyber Dragon Duster. Let's wrap up here with talking about Cyber Pharaohs. You can special summon Cyber Pharaohs, technically not a Cyber Dragon card. So you can special summon this card from your hand by attributing 1 machine monster once per turn. During your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 machine type fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand and or field as material. When a fusion monster you controlled is destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 power bond from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of Cyber Pharaohs once per turn. So this unless you're running some sort of skill that allows you to like more easily fusion summon, like getting a polymerization out of nowhere, and that's your preference, Cyber Pharaohs might be something that you will want to run for consistency purposes, because this allows you to fusion, like, this is a monster form of, like, this is polymerization for you. Like, this is a once per turn polymerization, and it allows you to search Power Bond. This is going to be a additional consistency for any sort of, like, does this work for any sort of machine type build? You can special summon this card by triggering 1 machine. When during main phase, you can fusion someone machine type fusion one using hand or field. When this card fusions, bash 1 power. So you can always. So this is gonna work for any sort of machine type fusion deck, which means that if you're building ancient gear golems, this is also gonna be a good card for that deck as well. So Cyber Pharaohs is gonna help for consistency when it comes to actually getting out your fusions in the traditional fusion sort of way, unless you plan to cheat them out of the extra deck in some sort of way. Doesn't mean it's necessary. That's important to stress. Doesn't mean it's necessary. If you want to have some sort of build where your plan is just get out Cyber Dragon Nova as fast as humanly possible, there's nothing wrong with that, and I would wholeheartedly never judge you for that. That is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. I would wholeheartedly look forward to seeing all of your Cyber Dragon decks. So if you want to challenge me to a duel, if you want to see what decks I have built, then you may wholeheartedly challenge me to a duel down in the comment section below of this YouTube video. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember to stay safe and stay healthy. Goodbye, everybody.